screens. So now I can get a chance to just play the waiting game. I'm not going to talk about it. Just going to do and wait it out. Those of you who place orders, don't worry, your packages are going out. I contacted the postal carrier. They'll be picking up tomorrow, so you'll be good to go.
You jumping over the socks on you, jerk.
So, you're already taken care of. You're good to go. As always, as we always agreed. All right, that's good to know. Now I'm going to work on some of my free time here. I don't have to deal with that other nonsense anymore. Whole lot of stress for nothing. My goodness. So I'm going to work on my project. Where's my tape at? There we go. And what I like to do on my off time, working on my projector metalhead. Are you okay? All right, so what we got the tape on here for is so that when we blast the machine, we want part of it where you can see the circuits are pushing through, and we want part of it painted where it looks like it's made out of steel. So that's what the tape is for. So we can keep peekaboo windows available so I can have the lights pushing through those particular areas. So we got to prime it right now. So I don't want everything covered. I want actually some of it. We can have parts and circuits exposed, pushed down on one section, and you can actually see certain areas in the chassis that are lighting up, that are flickering where there's electrical damage. So that's why we got some areas taped up, because those are areas we need to keep open for the displaying the wires and circuits and all that stuff. So we can get back to work on the middleman. Now, the top part of his head, as you can see, it's going to have certain areas you're going to be able to see right through his circular, his inside circuits. We have a fan cut out here. This is where our projector is going to be sitting at. It's going to project an SOS signal to the ceiling or beacon or whatever way you want to do it. I might even put in one of those prop monitors with the LCD display or whatever on it, basically with an SOS or something on the back. I haven't decided on that yet. So all this has got to be primed. We're working on right now is his infrastructure, his motor system. That's what we're building right now to give it a more realistic effect. All this is going to be operational and moving. So I'm going to take it outside. My fans removed off of the unit. Got all the hoses taken off. And then we're just going to basically get ready to go in and just coat it with a black coating. And then after that, I'm going to come in and paintbrush the primer in. And we should be good to go. Then I can start the artwork on it, individual screws, all the circuits we got to put in, which is going to be great. I think I got plenty of parts downstairs I can strip apart. Oh, I do got parts. I ripped apart a projector one time. I got parts from the projector I never used. Let me see if I can find those. I'm going to take this outside and get ready for the processing of painting this and getting this ready. Our metal man. I got parts on this somewhere. The projector with the lights and that too. system. Perfect. This is great. It's absolutely great. It's perfect. So that's parts from an old projector I'm going to be using for my machine. Definitely. I've got plenty of parts. Right there. This is from an old BenQ projector I stripped apart. Definitely can use all these parts for the artwork. I'm going to go outside and get ready the coating. We got some primer and prime some of our parts. No, it's over. It's not here too. Really? Seriously? This is great. Definitely great. This is much better.
Kind of like an afterthought.
I'll let y'all stand on it. Now I gotta do is flip it over to the other side and we're done. This is the first coating, the first application. We start administrating the artwork. had it on his other hand. I put a claw on that stuff. Ain't too much difference. This is how we used to make our own computer cases. Same way. Build a sculpture. This would be the main chassis, depending on what size PC we're going to put in there. Run all cables and wires through. Pretty easy to do. Same thing like building a computer case. That's all it is. So if I want to do something different with my piece of artwork, and this right here is the perfect platform background for it too, which I'm going to use. I'm going to reinforce the frame. I'm going to use this right here. It's perfect. Not too big, not too small. Now that right there is coated in a screen paint. Oh, that'd be cool to do something. Interesting. I'll dry on that one. Once I pull the tape off, I have those nice little peekaboo windows with circuits, wires, everything exposed. Now, please understand, I'm not trying to be rude when I say this, but I'm recording this for my own. So, if you want to come to watch, watch. You don't. Doesn't make a difference to me. This is for my own. I think I'm going to start myself here. I had a couple of friends that looked in and saw these and wanted to know what I was going to do with them. I'm going to make a bunch of these, different ones I want to design. I even got a few offers to buy. So, I don't know. I might start a whole new business with it. I just wonder if I can install a PC into it. Yeah. You can stick a PC in there. That ain't no problem. That's easy. Since I do have a reputation already, before I was on screen paint, I used to design computers on YouTube. Do PC mods. That is actually coated all in black screen paint. So I can actually project, I could 3D map that whole entire unit if I want to. Which I am going to do probably tonight. I'm going to 3D map it. This is already coated. We can bring it to life. And all that's made out of nothing but scraps sitting around the house. So I'm not even using it. We still got to figure out how we're going to put a claw on this side right here. I'm going to build my claw. I don't want to basically do anything cheap and build it. He's coming along calm like that. Well, bit by bit, we'll have you together. I like that platform right here. I think I'm going to use this for the background right here. You want to get some wood and reinforce that. I'm using that. I think we're going to do a couple of them. So we got the one after we get done this one. And then we got the Atlantis. That's going to be interesting because we literally have to build that thing into a case. And fill half of it with vegetable oil, run cables and wires. And I might throw a PC in that one. And then we have another one that we're going to have with a jetpack, retro jetpack, like it's blasting off the moon. And there's another one I want to do, but I haven't decided how we're going to do that one. Now, we can do stuff like, we want to do one called the reactor. We can actually make the entire mech as like a one nuclear device. We can actually make it leak nuclear fluid. So the fluid will actually, we use these, we make PCs, which are leaking leaking, it just basically pours out one section, a waterfall. It goes into another vat. The vat sucks it, pushes it right back in. It repeats itself over and over and over again to make it look like it's bleeding out or leaking biochemicals and all that stuff. So we're going to take all our PC skills that we learned from modern PCs, incorporate into this crazy art right here. And this is something you can hang on the wall with lights and everything and all kinds of cool stuff. You know what I mean? Interactive. We'll do one with a sound system built into it, like a party robot with speakers and stuff that light up. All the neon lights will actually transfer back and forth through his body and everything. We do all kinds of crazy stuff. Skies are the limits. It's just like building a case, but we're doing something a little different with it. We want to make it a kind of a wall art. So we can make something like a complete party system, Bluetooth it and everything. Or we can put a screen in one and install a RetroPie into it. So whatever we want to design. I think I'm going to do me a party light. Now, the tape you're seeing on it, that's so we can, when you peel the tape off, we're going to have sections of it where you'll be able to see the damaged circuits. That's what we want the tape for. If we pull that off, that'll give us an exposed areas. With that, we'll take a torch, we'll melt the plastic so it folds back, and then that's where we have to paint it to make it look like the steel's been ripped open and there's cables and wires. The EL wire is very important because we can trace that in between, and that'll activate the glow in the system, not the glow like that certain side is working, but it's still malfunctioning. The back of it, I want the lights to flicker, because when this thing is laying against the platform, it's going to be embedded in these vines. Vines are just going to be wrapped around it, like it's been corroding. It's been sitting there for decades, but it's still operating, it's still functioning, so it has a purpose, but it's just sitting there waiting to be repaired. So that's how we're going to design it. We're going to put a wooded background in the back, like it's been stuck in that particular area, and we're going to take vines, so like the vines are all embedded around the legs and arms, but it's still going to be functioning. You're going to see circuits lighting up in the back, and you're going to see a constant flashing going off in the background where you see it's actually still just power running through it. And then at the top, we're going to install a mini projector, and that's going to allow us to be to project onto the ceiling like an SOS or whatever we want. So that's what we're doing with it. That's something new. Now, the one I'm doing for Atlantis, the machine we're going to do, that is going to be an extremely interesting build, because we literally have to build a thin case. We're going to build our own case, which we're going to need some really strong epoxy, because I do not want this thing opening up on me and leaking all over the floor. So we're going to have to do a lot of testing to see exactly what epoxy is going to hold the best. We're going to have to build our own case out of fiberglass that we're going to have to do, cut all the holes, extensions, all that stuff into it. And then we're going to have this machine sitting up there like it's resting on the rocks. So you're going to see a lot of circuits and stuff going on in the background, like it's actually bleeding out. Parts are coming off of it. And you'll see the city of Atlantis in the background. That's where we're going to set up. This one's going to have dreadlocks, which is going to be fun. I've never did a mech with dreadlocks, so that should be fun. So we'll have some fun with them. You know what it reminds me of? It looks like the old version, mech versions of Warhammer. That's what it reminds me of. The old ones from back in the day. I had to do me a Warhammer so badly. I had to build me one. So the platform I like is this one right here. It fits perfectly. It's not too big, not too small. That's going to hang up on the wall. I just have to reinforce the background of it so we can hang it up. Like we got the upstairs with the glowing planets. All right, let me get a fan in front of it, get this thing to dry, and then later on, I gotta come down, I gotta install parts. So, let me see. I got old projectors in here I don't even use, so I need to strip them down. I need parts. So that one right here, this one we definitely don't use. This is crap. Don't ever buy this projector. This projector is trash. I hate these things so much. I got this because I did a trade for somebody who had this projector and it was crap, and we traded him a better projector for this one. And this thing is garbage. I hate these projectors. I'm taking this apart. Oh, I can use this giant lens in the front too. This is really, oh, that's going to come in nice. That's going to come in nice right there. Look at that. We can use that for something pretty cool. Maybe not for this one, but for something else. I'm definitely going to be stripping this apart today. Now the lamps, I don't use lamps. I definitely get rid of because it could be mercury in the lamps. You can get jacked up with that. While this is drying, we're taking that apart. Let me see. We got screwdrivers, everything we need. So we're ripping that apart. Put that in parts. I think we got everything upstairs we need to rip that apart. All right. So let me get this one to dry. Now this one's going to be really detailed. When I mean detail, each piece is going to be hand painted. There has to be a multi-layer paint job on it to make it look like it's corroded. If you ever seen one of our corroded designs, this is a corroded design. Except for this one's going to be a much, much darker. This is a projector we made it look like it was been sitting in some nuclear reactor. Even the bottom glows in green. This is multi-layers of paint over and over, again and again and again. You got to brush it on. Each one of the compartments, we can pull it apart, take whatever we want out of it. So I made sure I can get access to everything on here. And I have a projector that matches this. It actually has the same corrosion across the top. It's a matching set. You want to give it that burnt look, like it's been there for a while, like it's actually been aging through time. But this one's not going to have such a pretty job. This one has to look older than this. And of course, all the wires have to have a kind of a seafoam green spray. Copper wires exposed out and pulled back so it can show that basically it's been there for a long time. So that's what we're going to do to this. With this one, it's going to have bolts. Each bolt is going to be put in by hand, one by one by one. Because we want it to look as real as possible. The bolts can't be brand new, so I have to come in with a grinder, and I have to grind down certain edges of the bolts, and I have to take some black paint and drop it down so it runs in between the cracks and spills a little bit out so it looks like the bolts have rusted out. Oh, it's going to be fun. And we can design, mind you, we make our own stickers, so we can design any stickers we want for this. Oh, this is going to be so cool when we get done with this. The Metal Man. Dun, dun, dun. I wish I could play this on Iron Man. That'd be cool in this. Dun, 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 dun. It's not the same song, something different. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that'd be cool. Now, as for the gun, it is going to have a plasma rail gun. So we're going to have the, I think, I've got the name of it, I forgot the name, it's called a plasma. Once you touch, when electricity pushes back and forth, we're going to have the orbs sticking out from the sides, bulking out, and you can see the weapons charging up, you see all the lights pushing back and forth. So yeah, I made plenty of peekaboo windows in there for that. So it's going to be quite cool. And those hoses right there, holes, we're going to have the liquid pushing back and forth. So we have the liquid, we're going to cap off the top and the bottom so the liquid just splashes in between, and that'll show you like the hydraulic fuel and whatever is used to power it. We got to put a couple more to the back. I need one to shoot here and come back around and connect to the back. That's what we need right there. And I need another one that's disconnected where I can see some of the fluid pushing over the side of it. I think I'm going to do the LCD display that's going to have its model number, and it's going to say repair, SOS repair, and it's going to have the model number of the machine. All right. Got much to do. Much to do. All right, let's get this is done. I'm gonna let that dry on its own. I'm not gonna put the fan in front. It's gonna dry pretty quickly. I need to grab this because then we take this upstairs and we need parts. Dun, 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 dun. I got that song stuck in my head now. I gotta turn around and play that tonight. That's the table of mayhem. That's literally what you'll be going through. You ever build a PC, model PC from the ground up? This is exactly what you're taking from the play. Look at you, conductor. The conductor over here building. The conductor, what are you doing? Did you grow opposable thumbs, Taco, overnight that I don't know about that you can help me out with this project, which would be pretty cool? Did you? Here's the core system. Putting it together right now. That will allow it to be to run. Sorry about that inside. Look at the chief engineer leaving because he has work to do. Oh, you faker, you chief engineer. We're in the fan in here first, buddy. I'll tell you something. Honestly, at the end of the day, man, you know, people just learn to leave people alone. We don't have to go down this road in life. We don't. But you got some people just don't learn. I don't get them and I don't understand them. And this is how I relax when I don't want to be bothered with, when I want to work on my stuff. This is what I like to do. But I don't understand how I can live in constant chaos all the time. I don't understand it. You know, and I don't want to understand it. You know, I come in, I have to build my company from the ground up. I worked very hard to establish and put my company together. It took a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice, and I'm never going to let anybody come in and tarnish my company's name. I've been here longer than both of those guys combined together, and I'm never going to let anybody come in and destroy what I built from the ground up. You got a heck of a fight on your hands, I'll tell you that much right there, and I am not the person to back down at the end of the day. I'm not that person. So if you're going to pick a fight, you know, guarantee it's going to be brutal for you. I don't play around at the end of the day. And I'm not a person that gives up. I'll fight to the bitter end. So you pick the fight with the wrong person at the end of the day. What's going on here? We got the visors we're going to be doing. This is the crew. So now you bailing out. You're supposed to be chief engineer. And you're bailing out on this? You crazy man, you gotta order some popsicles. You got no popsicles here, Taco. Can it cold? I put the fan on for you to be nice and cool. So we got our reactor system right here. Put you over here so you guys can work on that. That's your job. Alright? And we got the visor system, which I gotta come in here and do this by hand because this is going to be delicate. Gotta do that by hand. And we got a projector that we're not using, and we can strip the parts. These are all parts right there. Maybe you guys. Let's see what we got going on here. far down? Probably that far down. Alright, another screwdriver, as always. Story of my life. take off these just in case. We need to get to the other ones. And we don't have a screwdriver on it. Yeah, this one, I've got one, so I'll grab a kind of screwdriver. Pretty sure I have enough oil in this one. I'll just do this one. Okay. We're gonna need the big screw got these right here. These are gonna come out of that one. Yeah, that one's already out, right? Yeah, that one's going. I'm just gonna need a bigger screwdriver. Alright, I'm gonna find my other screwdriver, which should be around here somewhere. Some people are saying, but you can get that projector. No, this projector's crap. I hate these projectors. There's another one too, the one called a smart projector. Don't buy that thing. Trust me, you're gonna regret it. Smart projector is trash. I had one, I bought one. They think about their lumens are fake. And some of the projectors, we can use this. Some of the projectors have no manual controls, which means you have to have the remote control. Without the remote control, it doesn't work. Okay, bad idea. Oh, they put these in with the tinies. Did they put these in with the tinies? Where's the tinies? Are you up here working with me today? You crazy man, you. And they put these in with the tinies. We don't have long enough screwdriver for the tinies. That's so hard. Can you get access in here? Do I need parts? Do I need parts? No. Oh, there's nothing in there. Oh, well, that's the lamp. Oh, of course. little tiny man. This whole projector. Depends on how far we're going to make this really in here. Last one we had, let me see, nope, there's no screws in there. There's a screw right there. There's definitely one there. No screw there, all these are out. There's a screw way down in there. Wow. They put the small screws in there. And there's a screw, no screw there. Someone's been in this. Been in this. There's multiple screws missing. Why would you even go through here to begin with? It doesn't make any sense. Right? All you have to do is change out the lamp. Alright, depends on, we have a screwdriver that far to go in. I gotta check downstairs. Detailed paintbrush. I had to get that one. The end focus. I forgot about that. The end focus doesn't work anymore. So we need the end focus. I need to get that down there and strip that thing apart because I need that. Let me see. Oh, that should work. Nothing there. There's some there. See if we can get it open. Oh, I have to order a screwdriver because that is way in there. But until then, wait a minute. Oh yes. Yes! It's working. But I need to grab the focus. The focus definitely not working anymore. This little folded out. I gotta order me some screwdrivers to get that. But until then, I need to get my hands on that and focus. Let's sorry about that. I didn't. That has screws all the way down. And I need to put the screwdriver in there. fun. Yeah. I'm gonna go order some screwdrivers. Screwdrivers galore. Because that is too long. And you can get access to that. Let me get my part box. Let me get that lamp out of here too. Get my parts in here. Here. This is here. Here's here. I'm gonna ask you a little better over here. You don't want to jump out. Accumulating on my table. You work on that. That'll be your job. And this is in focus, which I'm pretty sure we're not going to be all the way taken apart because, again, it has that same long screw scenario. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is a nice projector. I really like it, but it broke on me. Won't Alright, so I'm going to come back. Wow, it's got a lot of cool stuff on it. Well, I'm going to get me another one of these. I'm going to come back later on and get that thing taken apart. Alright? And then we'll get the parts because I need parts for that too to build this machine. With that being said, I'm going to run over my time here. I'm going to get some rest. Hope you enjoyed the somewhat demonstration. I have to go. Thank you all and God bless.